Chafei Tishrei, the Yahrtzeit of the Chasam Sofer, Harav Moshe Sofer Zechatzak Levracha. Chasam Sofer was born in the year Tav Kuf Chaf Gimel, 1763. And Chasam Sofer had unusual energy, vitality. Not until age 68 did Chasam Sofer begin to feel the effects of old age. He was greatly energetic. Until that age, his beard did not widen, and at age 68, that was the first time Chasam Sofer began to feel the effects of aging. He became ill. The tzibur was mispalel for him. He recovered, but from that point on, Chasam Sofer was a Bal Yisurin. He experienced travails in his health, and at age 74, Chasam Sofer wrote an ethical will. It's very interesting. Chasam Sofer was an unusually beloved Rav in Klal Yisrael, which is a difficult feat. And we could glean a little bit from what the Chasam Sofer tells his children in his will, and a little bit from what the Chasam Sofer told his Kehillah in his dying words, some of the secret to the success and the love that the Chasam Sofer garnered from his Kehillah and from his community. Chasam Sofer writes to his sons, V'im yoram Hashem karnechem, v'yachas l'chainanchem ka'ashar kaveh. If the Rebbeinu Shem elevates you, that you are given the opportunity to have position in Klal Yisrael, never elevate yourself in gaiva, never show arrogance against any Adam Kasher in Klal Yisrael. Chasam Sofer writes, we are Talmidim of Moshe Rabbeinu. We are servants of David HaMelech. Our forefather Abraham said, V'anoichi afar va'efer. Moshe Rabbeinu said, what are we? David HaMelech said, V'anoichi toilas v'loyish. And Chasam Sofer adds, Mashiach will appear ka'ani v'roichev al chamar, in the guise of in a humble state. Therefore, says Chasam Sofer, Gaiva v'goida levav minayin lanu. What place does a Jew have, having any arrogance at all? And this is the Chasam Sofer's advice to his children in their anticipated role of position in Klal Yisrael. Says Chasam Sofer, His chazku ve'imtzu b'shkeda, strengthen yourselves in diligence. That's the first piece of advice. They should be diligent in their learning. V'iyun rav, great analysis b'taras Hashem. V'asu kibutz v'ributz u'pa'olim l'toira barabim. Make programs, initiatives, venues to spread Torah in Klal Yisrael. V'ima'al lefnechem, and whatever little you know in the Torah, may oisei hamara shechanan Hashem limdu barabim chomamatze koyach. Whatever little Torah you know, teach barabim, be marbitz to Klal Yisrael. This was Chasam Sofer's advice to his children. Whatever little Torah you know, be marbitz barabim. But then the Chasam Sofer adds, in a way that you recognize in your own heart, that God knows about you, that your only intent in spreading the Torah is to honor His name and not for your own glorification. So we see how the Chasam Sofer emphasized the importance of humility to those who are in position of teaching Torah to Klal Yisrael, the importance of being dedicated to do whatever one can to spread Torah in Klal Yisrael, and to ensure that one's kavanos are completely l'shem shamayim. In the Chasam Sofer's final year, in the year Tafresh, when the Chasam Sofer was 77 years old, he was overcome with great illness. He was choyle me'ayim, and it was his last days. And in the official biography of the Chasam Sofer, the Chut HaMeshulash, there it records how Chasam Sofer had Pidyon Nefesh, Rav Daniel Prustitz, who was the Av Bezdin in Pressburg. He was there. He made a few times a Pidyon Nefesh in the way outlined by the Ramban. Chasam Sofer had Shinoi Hashem. They changed his name. The Kehila gave the Chasam Sofer a star kinyan that they're offering the Chasam Sofer 20 years of their life. People donated life to the Chasam Sofer. And in the Chasam Sofer's parting words, in his dying words to his Kehila, he said an amazing explanation for the psukim, for the pasuk that begins the last parsha of the Torah. V'zois habracha asher beirach Moshe ishu aleikim es b'nei Yisrael lefnei Moshe. And the Chasam Sofer asked, and this is as his Kehila was sort of walking before him, and his last opportunity to bless them and to impart closing words to them, the Chasam Sofer asked, what do you mean this is the blessing that Moshe Rabbeinu blessed the people before he died? Obviously it was before he died. Can't bless someone after you died. Why did the Torah have to say this was the blessing Moshe blessed the people before he died? Says the Chasam Sofer, because you might be bothered. Moshe Rabbeinu really should have blessed each Jew one by one personally to show a chiba and a love to each Jew in particular. The answer is no, it was Lefnei Moshe, it was right before he was about to die, so he didn't have time to do that. So he had to bless them collectively. So the Torah is answering why Moshe Rabbeinu did not bless each Jew individually. I think we could glean a very great insight into the overwhelming love the Chasam Sofer had for every single Jew. Chasam Sofer feels the Torah is bothered. Why didn't Moshe Rabbeinu bless each Jew individually? Who would have time for such a thing? The leader of the Jewish people would have time to give each person an individual bracha. But that's the love the Chasam Sofer had for every Jew. That Chasam Sofer interprets that the reason why the Torah says "V'zois ha'bracha shaberach Moshe lefnei Moshe" is because really the leader should have such great love for the people that he should want to bless them individually. So the great Chasam Sofer has uncovered for Klal Yisrael the great love a leader should have for Klal Yisrael, and the great love the Chasam Sofer personally had for every single Jew. And therefore, the love that he had for the Jewish people was reciprocated. And of all the great leaders of Klal Yisrael, Chasam Sofer has a very special place in the lave of the Jewish people among the Gedolei Yisrael. So Chusay Yagein Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael. Amen.